doing this evening? Ooh, yes, Lord. What? My bad. I'm running a little bit late. Y'all looking at something funny. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. That was too much. Huh? Well, well, well. You know how I like to do? I like to let this thing warm up a little bit. What's going on? Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. I don't like snow. Uh-uh. No, Lord. But you know, the best part that I like about snow is when it melts. I'm talking about, Lord Jesus. You know, it's his invention. It ain't for me to understand, but I think we could do without it. You know what I'm talking about? But, you know, as you think about it, maybe he's storing it up, storing up water that way. You know what I'm saying? Everything all works in conjunction. I just me myself, I have no need of snow. You know what I'm talking about? And if you would like some, I'll bag it and tag it and send it to you. You know what I'm talking about? Woo! You can have my portion of that. You know what I'm talking about? I had to go outside just a few minutes ago, probably about an hour or so ago, and it's just like being a cat to water. You know what I'm talking about? Some cats they like it, but this one he be like looking for a place to stand. Lord, I need you to be that rock against the turbulent snow. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yes, Lord. Man, I had to say that joke was funny part. I just got you looking at. I needed that on real. But you know, we like to get into the spirit of things. You know what I'm talking about? And the highest spirit. Yeah, it's like I was looking at this book. I was reading this joint. You know what I'm talking about? A joint sent this to me out the blue. You know what I'm talking about? And it brought back some memories that I want to let go of, that I have let go of. But you know, some things trigger people. Like my birthday triggers me. You know what I'm talking about? I be cool until it come around. Then once it start getting closer, I just be like rushing to get to it. You know what I'm talking about? So that I know that I got past it. You know what I mean? And when they sent me this book right here, you know what I'm talking about? I was like, I looked at it. First, I looked at the package. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, what is this? You know what I'm talking about? I looked at it for about a good week before I even opened it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was something for the business or something. You know what I'm saying? It is, but it ain't what I'm trying to be bothered with right now. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, because it was a big headache, you know, going through that situation. And it's meant to be a big headache. It's meant to be a thorn in your side. You know what I'm talking about? And I want to try to teach a course on that. You know what I'm saying? From my point of view, to the things that I had to learn, things that I had to go through throughout that whole process. You know, it might be able to help and save somebody. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of trouble, a whole lot of grief. You know what I'm talking about? Because there are people out here that set you in that situation on purpose. You know what I'm talking about? Just to slow you down. When I opened it up, I seen that. I was like, I started laughing. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, man, I got so much other stuff on my plate right now that I don't really want to fool with that. You know, maybe here in the near future when I get other things situated and straight it out. I'm talking about, I, I'll attempt at it. You know, in a different way. You know, it won't be from my side again. You know what I'm talking about? It'll be from helping somebody else. But we all go through so many different struggles, and you know, I really don't. I'm in a good space right now to where I'm not really that stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like how I have been over the years. I'm talking about years, a couple decades. I'm talking about, you know, just feeling blessed. I want to bless somebody else. You know what I'm talking about? I want to help somebody else out. People were talking ridiculous prices with that situation. You know what I'm talking about? And I thank God for the few people that assisted me in that situation. You know what I'm saying? RIP to a few of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not here with us anymore. But those other people, they know who they are out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know they still be watching me and everything. So uh, thank you. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom of my heart. 'Cause y'all know how it is too. Y'all know how it was with y'all. You know what I'm talking about? And it hits us from all walks of life. You know, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, it hits you. You know what I'm talking about? It get to your spirit to make you want to just either give up, quit, or go crazy. You know what I'm talking about? Go nuts. And you have to be a strong individual to be able to withstand some of the spiritual things, spiritual attacks that they put on you when you're going through that. You know what I'm talking about? We are almost 10 in, and so let's begin. Let's get into this. The Tyler. You know what I'm talking about? The Tyler. Let's get into the title of this one. You know what I'm talking about? And when I opened up the book and it said that, it said Job, and I was looking at something, it said the job was done. You know what I'm talking about? And then I turned the book open and it said Job, and I'm like, job, you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, man, let me go ahead and do this, you know what I'm saying, to be obedient. Lord, it says, though thy beginnings were small, yet they latter, thy latter end should greatly increase. And, when we talk about that, some things start out small, you know what I'm saying? Some things start out small. Now I put a reference to that, you know what I'm saying? Uh, like with my little recycling deal. It started out small, you know what I'm saying? It started out real small. Then it ended up scaling up and scaling up and scaling up. You know what I'm talking about? Till now, I'm at the point that, you know what I'm saying, I want to try to expand it and do some different things with it, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I've just been trying to rebuild, you know what I'm saying, off of the things that been happening over this past year, you know what I'm saying. Had a devastating hit, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of things, physical, emotional, and spiritually, you know what I'm talking about. And, God saw me through it. You know what I'm saying? He's still walking with me. You know what I'm talking about? He still got me doing what I'm doing right now because he wants it to come out. You know what I'm talking about? And he wants it to come up out of me. He don't want it to just sit there and linger inside of me. You know what I'm saying? And not be able to share experience with someone else that may be going through some things. You know what I'm saying? And need some help. You know what I'm saying? Some guidance, some kind of wisdom. You know what I'm talking about? In order to keep them on the right path. Um, Now that's just one aspect, one thing. You know what I'm talking about. Each one of these scriptures, like I always say, they have a different prayer point on there. But I like to talk about things that happen to me, what's going on with me. You know what I'm talking about. Because like I was saying earlier, you know, about family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. They be watching us. You know what I'm saying, doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying, and as we have been set apart. You know what I'm saying. I consider being a black sheep as a blessing. You know what I'm talking about because they can't really blame nothing on you. You know what I'm talking about? They can't really blame nothing on you. Families like to get in groups and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and pick favorites and pick sides and do all kind of stuff like that, you know what I'm talking about? And me, you know what I'm saying, I just get in where I fit in, you know what I'm talking about? I slide in, slide out, you know what I'm talking about? Straight up. I don't keep I wouldn't say I wouldn't keep a attachment, but because we all are tied by blood, but I don't get into a lot of the negative things that go on. You know what I'm talking about? I really don't like picking sides. If I'm gonna pick a side, I'm gonna pick the side of the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? And whatever He tells me about the situation, because me and Him have a tight relationship. You know what I'm talking about? To the point that I let Him lead me. He lead me. He led me here. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up. And it ain't to say that I don't love them, but there's different ways to be able to try to love something or love someone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't disrespect them. I don't bother them. You know what I'm talking about? We do have those that feel disrespected by us because they feel like we think we're better than them and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even the case. You know what I'm talking about? And they have to really take that to the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? I, me myself, I always been like this. I only really worry about the family branch that I have going on. You know what I'm talking about? That's my main priority, my main focus. You know what I'm saying? For me to be able to take care of my piece of family. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Got me talking to my daughter. She's up under me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on with her. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that from her. Trying to keep her on the right path. You know what I'm saying? And school her on how things are in this world, you know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't black and white how they put it down in the textbook, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so that's, you know what I'm saying? Something small turning into something big, greatly increasing. It says, for inquire, I pray thee of the former age, and prepare thyself to search for the Father. You know what I'm saying? We search for our Father, you know what I'm talking about? I'm going with God with it. When we search for Him, we just start praying. And you know what I'm saying? I've been walking around the house praying, and you know what I'm saying? I was doing something, you're gonna have to get back to doing it when I get done with this. You know what I'm talking about? But just praying. You know what I'm saying? Just hoping everything keep going the way that He intends for it to go. You know what I'm saying? Don't want no hiccups, no problems. You know what I'm saying? I've been through enough of that. You know what I'm talking about? And, just being hopeful, being confident that He's taking care of what He needs to be taken care of. You know what I'm talking about? Things that's out of my hands, out of my reach. You know what I'm saying? Because as we pray to Him to take care of things, we also have to do our part. You know what I'm talking about? We have to do our part. We can't just sit there and think that He gonna, oh man, He gonna move this. Well, let me recant that because He just might. You know what I'm talking about? I get a lot of crazy. This is authentic. Another thing. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of craziness going on. But we don't want to sit back and just think that He's going to move the mountains without us carrying the pebbles away. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm talking about? You know, we have to move them pebbles out the way after He crushed them mountains. You know what I'm talking about? So we can get over to the other side. We're from run that joint. It says, "For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow. Shall not they teach thee, and tell thee in other words out of their hearts?" You know, and that's just like saying what I just got through saying. The days that I've lived, what I'm saying, they were to teach me, to mold me, to be able to teach and tell somebody else, my story, you know what I'm saying, for myself. You know what I'm talking about? And hopefully deter somebody else from going through heartache, hurt, and pain. You know what I'm talking about? Uh, yeah, I come to agreement with that. You know what I'm saying? With God, if that's what He want me to do, I'm gonna do what He want me to do. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and it's coming out of me through this, speaking these scriptures. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people like to try to minimize that. These people that been into the word and memorized it and everything. You know what I'm talking about? They like to try to minimize. Oh well, you know, we'll read this out of there. You know what I'm saying? No, we gonna do this way. You know, it's all about how the next person can perceive you. You know what I'm talking about? It's all about how you can break it down for somebody else to be able to understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what I do this for, how I do it, for those that can relate to me. You know what I'm talking about? That can understand how I put it. I don't like to beat around the bush. I like to get straight to the point because I be wanting to know. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, so call me nosy. I be going, ooh, you know what I'm talking about? Let me see what's on the other side too. You know what I'm talking about? And, it's just it's just a blessing. Like I said, I feel blessed because everything that's been going on, how things been going. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, yes, Lord. You know what I'm talking about? It's just a blessing. You know what I'm saying? We learn lessons. That's how we end up with these things right here. You know what I'm talking about? I was looking at something like that earlier too. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about, oh, publish your book. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, I don't know if they got enough paper. You know what I'm talking about? Lord, something happen every day. You know what I'm saying? And it happens to us all every day. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff we keep pent up. You know what I'm saying? We must learn to release things. You know what I'm saying? So it don't get pent up because that's how I believe people be going nuts and be shooting up stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And going crazy. And, people don't be having nothing to do with it. I be worried about my babies, you know what I'm saying, going to the mall, you know what I'm saying, because this mall not too far from here, you know what I'm saying. It seemed like last year for a good couple months, you know what I'm saying, somebody was going up in there shooting, you know what I'm talking about, and I'd be like, they be like, "Hey, let me go. I'm going over here." Man, listen, whoo, I could just feel how my people that was over me felt when I was out running in the streets. You know what I'm talking about? But we have to let them go so they'll be able to learn their way. We just still have to stay on them and let them know the right way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that we're trying to control them or stop them from living their lives. It's that we're trying to guide them and keep them safe. You know what I'm talking about? The basics. Don't drink after nobody. Don't leave drink nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Just the real. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? It's real in the field. A lot of people won't tell you this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that pastor and preach and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They won't tell you the stuff that I will because this is authentic or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I can't make none of this stuff up. I want everybody out there to be safe. I want everybody to know the real deal. You know what I'm talking about? Because if we don't have nobody like that, then who can we trust? We have to be able to trust somebody out in this joint. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna tell us some truth. It's gonna tell us some real things. You know what I'm talking about? And it's more people like that out here. Trust me, it is. You know what I'm saying? And I was just listening to somebody the other day that was saying that same thing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to try to trust something even after all the betrayals and backstabbing and stuff that you had happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't like that. And I'm slowly bringing that into effect into my life. You know what I'm saying? After being having that stuff pent up for years. You well, we could dub in, and that was just the title. You know what I'm talking about? The moral of that is, and I said it already, but some things start out small, but as time progresses, it's just like the snowball effect. You know what I'm saying? See, the snow gave me an analogy. I'm talking about just like the snowball effect. It rolls and rolls and rolls until you got a ball. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on what kind of ball it is, you'll have a ball. You know what I'm talking about? Lord, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to tell the people this snowy evening? Oh, I need you to let that stop. You know what I'm talking about? Straight up, because I was gonna go somewhere too in a little bit, but yeah, it looked like I was stuck in the hut. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't dealing with no snow. It's not worth it. Well, you guys in Daniel and Hosea, this is Daniel 11. It's on a good solid 40 to me. I like to show y'all. And Hosea 3 look like 5, 6. You already know. We'll be in the mix. Running that joint. Talking about says, and at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. Yeah, we running that joint. He shall enter also into the glorious lands of many countries, shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab, and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand upon also upon the countries and of the lands of Egypt shall not escape. You know, that's when he had the devil had a hold to a lot of people and they were running amok and God had to come through. It's just like that snowball effect. You know, God had to come through and send his son down here to try to free us. You know what I'm talking about? From the hands of the wicked. Because you know, the devil was here on the earth. This is the actual garden. That's why he has us here to tend to it. You know what I'm talking about? We were created to tend to what we are. We are dirt. The earth is what? Dirt. And he created, he's put a spark of life in us, put a piece of him in us so that we'll be able to tend to it while he tends to everything else. That's why we have to be respectful of the earth as well. You know what I'm talking about? With recycling and stuff, I recycled a whole bunch of paper. I'm talking about a whole bunch of paper. I used to look at those big old piles and be like, man, you know how many trees this was? You know what I'm saying? I like trees for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I like them. And I don't say I want to live in the woods. You know what I'm saying? But, they are a big part of the earth. You know what I'm saying? They are the filters. They filter the air that we breathe. You know what I'm talking about? And like I said, I like just the thought of a tree because it represents so many things. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you cut open a tree, you can see all the rings inside of the different things that that tree has had to live through. You know what I'm talking about? And that's just like us. When we open up to God, He can see all the things that we had to live through. He designed it that way for us to be able to be opened up to Him so He can count the rings and He can go back over everything and just revamp it. I'm talking about do a new thing in you. How He do a new thing in you? He'll let that tree, you, produce fruit. That fruit will drop. You know what I'm talking about? It will drop. And those seeds that come from out of that fruit that goes back into the dirt shall prosper like that tree did. You know what I'm talking about? Until it becomes a tree. You know what I'm saying? It'll go from a sapling to a vine. You know what I'm talking about? And in divine time, it'll be a tree. Ooh. Yeah, we running that joint still. You know, when he delivered those people from out of Egypt, they really believed then. You know what I'm talking about? They really believed then. There is a God. You know what I'm talking about? It says, but he shall give power over the treasures of gold and silver and over all the precious things of Egypt. And the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. But tiding out of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy and utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. You know, that's what ended up happening to the enemy of those people. He succumbed to his end because, oh yeah, we got time running that track. He succumbed to his end because of all the great atrocities that he created with all the plundering, all the slavery, all the oppression that he put upon those people. It had to come to an end. Just like the things that we go through, they have to come to an end. I gotta tell my baby all the time, you know what I'm saying? Those things of the past have to come to an end. It has to stop. You know what I'm talking about? God won't allow it to continue. He is our way maker. He is making our way. And as he does, you know, it is our time and we have to do our part. You know what I'm talking about? To keep moving forward. You know, he don't want us stuck and stagnant. You know, I love my baby. I do anything to help her. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people be like, oh no, what happened? A lot of people be like, oh man, I ain't finna help nobody go through all this and all that and do this and do that for somebody. You know, come on. And I just be like, you know, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, me and my baby ain't got so much confirmation from God that it's undeniable. You know, that's my person. You know what I'm saying? That's my life partner. You know what I'm saying? And no, it's not my life partner because we got kids or anything like that. It's his will. It's his way that we crossed our paths anyway. You know what I'm talking about? And that was a blessing in itself because I really wasn't looking for anyone. But this woman gave me that feeling, the feeling that I had been missing. And you know, we have some people that are trying to deter that situation and try to manipulate their relationship with you to be able to keep control of you how they want control of you. And they do it in a slick manner, you know what I'm talking about? But it always gets exposed. You know what I'm talking about? They always expose themselves. And it's a shame that they even go to such lengths to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When they supposed to be doing the right thing. You know, God sees everything. He sees your heart. He sees your spirit. So while them joints is, you know what I'm talking about? Thinking that they getting their way, God is preparing to play. You know what I'm talking about? He preparing to play for them. Straight up. Because a lot of the dirty stuff that people do to you, you know, we be wanting to retaliate. You know what I'm talking about? We be wanting that because we want justice right then. We want it right now. But as we let the Lord handle it, He blesses us by staying out the way. and letting him get to it. You know what I'm talking about? That's how he blesses us. He blesses us differently. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and a lot of people also, like you said, been trying to manipulate my baby. You know what I'm talking about? Play on her heartstring to the point that she don't know who to trust because everybody that stabbed her in the back. And I told her that is the same thing that happened to me. It happened to me first. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I know this is my person. Those same things, those same type of things happened to me first. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things that happened to her is happening to her. It happened to me later on. You know what I'm talking about? And vice versa. Things that happened to me is happening to her. You know what I'm talking about? But as God is fixing and correcting things that the devil has manipulated, because these people were used by the devil, they still being used by the devil to this day right now. It just happened a little bit earlier. You know what I'm talking about? And I know that they looking. I don't care. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna tell the truth. And you better too. You know what I'm talking about? Because God is looking. But you know, whoo, is this authentic or nothing? Yes, Lord. Says, and I said unto her, thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So I will also be for thee. And you know, that's how a good loving relationship is. You know what I'm saying? Because for a while they played, oh, this person coming for you, that person coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. You know what I'm talking about? Both of them. But you know, me myself, I'm a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a one way type. I'm a one woman man. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like to play with people's hearts, manipulate them, have choices and options and all that games. You know what I'm talking about? I don't fool around like that. But see, that's how you get manipulated, and that's how you get what they say, karmic justice coming and messing you up from whatever it is that you trying to have going on for real, for real. I'm talking about, and people will love to see you in that spot, to see you being punished for you just trying to live. You know what I'm talking about? To see you stuck in the same circle, going over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? That's just like somebody pimping you, but then they using your own mind against you. You know what I'm talking about? Without really whooping on you. But they'll send you towards somebody that'll whoop on you. You know what I'm talking about? That'll do all kind of dirty things to you. And then they'll sit back like they ain't did nothing. You know what I'm talking about? But all the while they enjoying what's happening to you. You know, this is authentic and nothing. And I keep it all the way 100. You know what I'm talking about? It says, for the children of Israel shall abide many days. Ooh, yes, Lord. Well, as you see, I guess it's about that time. You know what I'm talking about? But says, for the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king and without a prince and without a sacrifice and without an image and without an ephod and without a teraphim. And we don't we running that joint. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. You know, and that's how a lot of us right now, from my generation is, you know, we've been oppressed, we've been freed, and now we are trying to seek more of God. You know what I'm talking about? And He's putting it in us right now for us to be able to try to reach back and change the game, to where the youngest of the young is trying to seek God first right now, you know what I'm saying, as they're young. So they can be closer to God when they get in our age bracket. You know what I'm talking about? And that right there in itself will change the game. You know what I'm talking about? That would change the game for us to be able to reach them and let them seek His face, on their own terms, get their own understanding with our guidance to go to it. You know what I'm talking about? Not nobody trying to manipulate them, because those type of people like the ones I was talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying? They like to use you at your kid brain, even as an adult. You know what I'm talking about? When I say your kid brain, at your heartstring, they like to use you at your heartstring. They know that you love God like that. They'll try to use that at you. You know what I'm talking about? They'll try to use that at you. Oh no, no, no! Don't do this. Don't do that. Do this for the Lord. But really, it's do this for me. You know what I'm talking about? When you need to be doing it for yourself and really doing it for God, not to appease and be a people pleaser. You know what I'm talking about? These people be looking for flunkies. You know what I'm talking about? They be looking for followers. And like I tell my baby all the time, you are a leader. You know what I'm talking about? You are not a follower. You are a boss. And that's what I love about you. You know what I'm talking about? Lead. Lead. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I need strong next to me. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody that really love the Lord and know what they want, how they want it. You know what I'm talking about? See, a lot of people be getting confused by having a whole bunch of noise in their ear. So sometimes they need to get into some solitude. And that's how I be all the time. You know what I'm talking about? I be by myself a lot. If I'm not, see, we're not together in the physical, but if I'm not with my family, then I'm by myself working, doing something, you know what I'm saying, in the zone. I ain't worrying about what nobody else talking about, what they think. None of that. You know what I'm talking about? Because they ain't doing nothing for me. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that ain't doing nothing for me. I ain't gonna say they ain't doing nothing because there's a lot of people that do stuff for us that we don't interact with. You know what I'm saying? Like that. People will love to twist things. They'll twist anything that you say to make themselves look important. So that's why we have to know how to communicate and reiterate our words that we put out because people, especially your enemies, would love to use that against you to whoever it is that is helping you. You see what I'm saying? This is authentic or nothing. And I'm busting it down and breaking it down like a ratchet set. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to get you a good understanding of how things of spiritual natures occur. You know what I'm talking about? These things that these people do to distract you from what it is that God's telling you yourself. See, some people, and I ain't gonna say some because I do it too. You know what I'm saying? when we hear the word of the Lord, we be wanting to make sure that the devil's not have anything to do with him because he loves to try to mimic him. He loves to try to mimic us. You know what I'm saying? And send chaos and confusion. So we be looking for confirmations. You know what I'm saying? And then if we try trusting people, we be actually seeking the real truth. And a lot of these people won't do that. They won't give you that. They'll give you their opinion, especially if they don't have gifts. They'll give you their opinion, or then they'll give you directions to in ways that it will help them. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you pay them or what. You know what I'm talking about? As long as they getting something out the deal. Now, you tell me this. What are you getting out the deal when you ask somebody for confirmation on something that's going on and then they turn around and send you off? You getting sent off, plus you still stuck with them. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the way that they want you to be, stuck with them in a karmic cycle. You know what I'm saying? And that's men and women, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, as you free yourself from that, they get upset. The joints really get frustrated, you know what I'm talking about? And they pull out all kind of tactics. Just like when you're in a relationship, they will, if they can't get to you, then they'll start attacking your partner. You know what I'm talking about? And see how weak they are. See if they got a weak mind to be able to follow them and keep on doing what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? But like I tell my baby, she's strong. You know what I'm talking about? She is strong. When her mind is made, I know that it is settled. You know what I'm saying? It is set. But these people, they still would what we call shoot they shot. You know what I'm talking about? See if they can get you to go. See if they can get you to be dumb, stupid, follow the crowd. You know what I'm talking about? And like they were saying yesterday, it was Women's Day. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of those Hellcat joints. You know what I'm talking about? I call them Hellcats. Those men bashers. You know what I'm talking about? Out, set out to destroy. You know what I'm talking about? And me, innocent old me, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking around, you know what I'm saying, and minding my business, and I'm wondering what's going on. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I don't really too much keep up with no small holidays. You know what I'm saying? Or holidays period other than the main characters. You know what I'm talking about? With the 4th of July, with Easter, Christmas. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I even last year I didn't celebrate Halloween. Why? Because as you think about it, it has to deal with a whole bunch of evil. And I have another, like, I don't want to say it's an analogy, but it's like a thought of mine of how those holidays towards the end of the year are, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a great war between good and evil, around that time, Halloween. You know what I'm talking about? And then, we had the great celebration of Christmas. Excuse me, Thanksgiving, the great feast. You know what I'm talking about? That's when everybody from the war that was won, feasted together and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So then we celebrate the birth of Jesus at Christmas. You know what I'm talking about? And then, all of that stuff right there. Like, like I said, I ain't celebrate Halloween last year because I don't want nothing to do with nothing evil. You know what I'm talking about? I done seen a whole bunch of evil things that people have done in this world, in my own situation. And I could just imagine, the stuff that other people have had to endure that's still here on this earth. You know what I'm talking about? To the point that, I feel bad for them and I pray for them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff is done to people with good souls, with people with good hearts. You know what I'm talking about? People that's sincere, people that's real with theirs. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people ain't real with theirs. They just, there for the fun of it. You know what I'm talking about? They think it's all a game. They think it's all a joke. You know, eventually that stuff comes to an end. This is authentic and nothing. And this phone over here bumping. So I got to holler at y'all a little bit later on. This joint still going.